Welcome to Big Dick Fix. And no, this is not a dick measuring contest. This is your one stop shop for all your sports gambling comedy podcast needs. I'm Big Mo, and I'm joined here by two wonderful hosts, EPR and Amesy, and of course, the one and only, the terrible, the Big Dick. But let's go to him last. EPR, how you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Solid week. It snowed, so I'm happy. That means things will start freezing, and I like that. So, I, my cave creature self is quite pleased.
The cave creature. We got to figure out what that is in Spanish. That could be a pretty good nickname for you, man.
The cave creature, with my place that has very few windows, and I just keep them closed. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't even know if it's snowing outside. You're just like checking the news. Like
You want to know how bad it is with sunlight? I killed my cactus. That's bad.
that is bad.
That's
Killing
sad.
a cactus.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, I know. That's green thumb, not the
The
opposite.
plants that have to be watered once a month.
Mm-hmm. I killed it.
Oh, cool.
I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense why your skin tone is so pale. I know that you have a Hispanic sounding name, but for all
Mhm.
of our listeners at home, EPR is as pasty as they come.
He would he could get sunburned by the moon, as some say. But it doesn't stop him from being worldly, so that's all that matters.
That's true. I have been sunburned by the moon.
And almost the opposite of worldly. We got default man over here. Amesy, how you doing this week?
Speaking of default and no sun, I'm in Michigan right now.
Mm,
So, the super exciting land of football, cherries, and bad weather. So,
And
I'm
mittens.
here visiting family for the holidays, and have not gone outside much. So it's been pretty good.
there's no reason to go outside. It's Michigan.
Exactly.
Well, unless your house is on fire, which is
That's
also a
true.
common
But
problem in Michigan.
True.
the good news is, not a lot of house fires because of our freezing rain. Freezing rain really helps with that.
Ah,
So,
of course, of course.
pros, not a lot of house fires. Cons, freezing rain. So,
You're really selling the whole idea of going to Michigan.
hey, but our houses are really cheap over
Oh,
here. You can get a good deal.
I bet they are. Here's a city block. Give us whatever's in your pocket right now.
Exactly.
And welcome to Detroit. Big Mo, how
And
are you
just
doing?
like someone, oh man, I'm doing great. I am the opposite of you, EPR. I hate that it's snowing, other
Mm,
than for the fact of skiing, which is maybe once a weekend at this point.
yeah.
So a little bittersweet. I used to love the cold, but yeah, living up in Saskatchewan for a year, I think really crushed it out of me. So
Hmm.
can't wait for it to get a little bit warmer and get back out on the links and swing the clubs around. I am playing in a little golf tournament tomorrow
Oh yeah.
with one of my buddies, and yeah, there's some nice prize pools there. So I'll keep you guys updated on that.
Even with your old man joints, you're gonna be able to get through it.
Yeah, I'll get through it. It's indoors, so it's not the cold isn't gonna really affect the joints. So I guess we'll see how it goes.
Okay. Well, that sounds fun.
Can we get a verbal confirmation here that all of your winnings will go on the next ashtray parlay if you get
Yes.
first place?
Um, you know what? Fuck it. Yeah, it's all going. It's all going to the ashtray.
Hell
Okay,
yeah. You
all
heard
right.
it here first. You heard it
You
here
heard it
first.
here.
And then it hits for the
All
first
right.
time ever, and he instantly becomes a billionaire.
And Big Mo instantly leaves the podcast game.
He's like, "See you later,
Starting
losers."
starting now, Big Mo's picks, and I got rid of those losers.
Oh my
Just kidding. You
gosh!
guys aren't losers, except for you, EPR.
Wow, wow.
Hey,
Excuse
those
me,
strong
who?
words for, I will say, the winner of the week. The winner of the week. I was pretty bold last week.
Yeah.
I have to give EPR some credit.
Hmm.
Everyone went 1-3, but he was the best of the worst,
You know
as we may
why?
say.
You know why? Because of a parlay, baby. That's
Oh,
why.
Okay.
How many legs was it?
I think that one was 2.
Oh man,
Well,
You
fuck
know,
Parlay
you.
King.
It's the start of the avalanche that is to come of wins. Okay, just
You know what,
prep
EPR? I
yourself.
think you know what we've learned is your 2-leg parlays, they might hit. Do we have any 2-leggers this week? What do we got?
Oh yeah, for sure. Plus a few extra on top of that.
Oh, okay. All right, never mind. All
Oh no.
confidence is gone.
Yeah, there's 2 legs at least in it.
Okay. All right.
Well, do we have a fantastic, wonderful guest today that you'd like to introduce, Big Mo?
We do, and I love that you just skipped over Richard there, because fuck him,
that's fine.
you know.
Don't ask me how I'm doing.
Well, it's because
Yeah,
we don't
no, we
fucking
weren't.
care.
We weren't gonna ask you, so I'm really glad that EPR just moved on to our guest, and we have a very, very special guest for the first time in the existence of Big Dick's Picks. We have our first female guest on the pod, boys. Please welcome
Whoa!
Tweety Bird.
Tweety Bird.
Hello.
How are you doing, Tweety Bird?
I'm good. I love the cold.
You do?
Yes, see?
I do. I love the cold and the snow.
You're
This
crazy.
is a landmark moment for the pod. This is we've done some some looking at our listeners and what they're like, and it turns out they are 100% guys. So we thought we might want to try and target a
Nope.
a different audience.
Nope.
So this is big. We're about to go all across the country.
Incorrect. Analytics show exactly 13% of our audience is female.
Oh,
So
That's probably
wow.
me.
no, there's more. It's based on views, so percentage-wise, there's a few out there. There's a few.
okay, yeah. I'd love to see. Wait, if we divide our listeners, that may be Big Mo and I's wives, and that may be it.
All right, I think you're underselling us a little bit. A little bit.
Yeah, your numbers are off by millions, Amesy.
Yeah.
We have millions and
millions.
millions of listeners.
Exactly.
Oh,
Millions.
okay, yeah, never mind. That's my bad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
and
never been a
you know-
mathematician.
Yep, that's
I'm
true.
gonna argue too that we're gonna have a Billie Jean versus Bobby Riggs setup here, and Tweety Bird is gonna come in with the first overall ranking. But that's just me. I'm not sure if any of the women listeners out there will agree. All million of you. But yeah, I have a good feeling about Tweety Bird.
Yeah, Tweety Bird,
Okay.
how confident are you going 3 for 3 this week and beating all the guys?
So confident. I beat you guys every week.
Okay. All right, that's what
What
we
the
like
fuck?
to hear.
Is that a woman?
Big Dick, have you been checked out for the last 5 minutes?
He's never heard a woman's voice before.
He's yeah, apparently. He's like, something's different. Something's changed. Oh man. All right. Well,
All right.
I'm excited.
I'm excited too. And if you are a new listener this week, the basis of this podcast is a sports gambling podcast. But we always start it off every single week with a random snake draft. We try and keep it as relevant as possible. And this week, I think we have maybe the most relevant snake draft that we've ever had on the pod. So a bunch of firsts. We have our first female guest, most relevant snake draft. So you guys ready to hear the topic?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, what do we
All
got?
right. So, as many of you have all seen out in the news, we saw just a momentous, absolutely mammoth, giant bitch fit from Patrick Mahomes
We did.
about his offsides call where Kadarius Toney was clearly offsides.
Yeah.
He did not check with the referees. And then Patrick Mahomes just proceeded to lose his shit. More of a temper tantrum than I've seen a 3-year-old throw in a grocery store. And so that's what our snake draft is going to be circling around. We're going to do what is something that pisses Patrick Mahomes off even more than offsides calls.
It was absolutely disgusting. It was disgusting. the princess of the NFL just, had a fit. And I'm excited that we get to highlight it on the pod.
Yeah. I've always liked Patty Mahomes, but that was when you say poor sportsmanship, like when he went up to Josh Allen, I rewatched that and was like, really? Like you don't go up to the guy and say good game or anything, you just bitch and moan about how bad of a call you think that was, even though it was blatantly
I
the
love
correct
Josh
call.
Allen's face.
Yeah, his face was like,
I love
the
his
fuck?
face.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, like you
My
only have
favorite
one
part
guy to
was right
blame.
after.
What
My
happened
favorite
after?
part was right after on ESPN. They broke down Kadarius Toney lined up like 5 times offsides.
Mhm.
They finally fucking called it. Mahomes loses his mind. So what is it that Patrick Mahomes loses his mind about even more than when his team gets correct calls called against them?
All
Who's
right.
going first this week?
Who went first last
No.
week?
I feel like I haven't been first in a while, but I could be wrong.
I think
Amesy, you take it.
yeah, I was gonna say I went 2 weeks ago. I think I went second last week, so am I third and I have the wraparound? Does that sound correct?
Yeah.
I think it goes
I like
Amesy,
that.
Big
Okay,
Mo, then
Big
me.
Mo,
Yeah.
and then EPR. Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to take the obvious first pick here. I'm glad I get to grab this. It is going to be shouting at the airport security when military service members are allowed to board before Group 1. So he's going to be sitting there in line with his suitcase. He's Patrick Mahomes, and suddenly the military members get to board before him, and he is like, "Are you fucking kidding me? No, I should go first. I have served my football team." That's pretty much the same thing, and absolutely throws a fit. I'm sure he's done it before, and I'm sure we'll see it again. So get your phones out if you ever see Patrick Mahomes at the airport.
He's like, I serve my country with entertainment.
Yeah, exactly.
I heard he's going to take over Rob Gronkowski's role as USAA's, fake military member. So,
Oh yeah.
Just so he can board.
Just so he can board in front of everyone else.
All right. Starting off strong. Big Mo, what you got?
All right. For my first round pick, this one's a pretty obvious one, and it's something that I have seen him personally get mad about in games, and that's when the referees don't help him with the pass blocking.
He expects another blocker out there on the edge.
A critical part of the game.
I mean, he really relies on the refs to just fill those gaps out there and, let Kelsey get open downfield. And when the refs aren't doing that, it's a tough uphill battle for Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs.
I think my favorite part about this snake draft is how much of a Broncos fan Big Mo is. So he's gonna shit on Mahomes this week. I got a feeling.
Oh, I got some good ones as well. This guy is not getting out of it without some laughter at his face.
Oh man. All right. Well, I can't believe it, guys. You left the Kale McCarr of the draft on the table. You had some good picks, but I don't think they were the first overall. And there's really only one thing that really pisses Mahomes off more than offsides calls, and that's not bundling your home and auto with State Farm. He fucking hates that. If you're not doing that, who are you?
EPR, you got a brand deal we don't know about? What's going on?
No, it's just a known fact. He hates it if you're not doing that.
Okay. All right, that's very fair. I also think EPR might be trying to become the Jake from State Farm on the pod, So, I mean, it's good money.
He's already got the red going for him.
That's true.
I'm not wearing khakis right now, though. It's not my style.
I can see you in khakis.
You're more of the guy that calls the husband late at night and is just whispering sweet nothings in his ear, and then the wife catches him. Yeah, that's you, EPR.
Yeah, hey.
One year for Halloween, my friends and I all dressed up as different State Farm characters. I was Jake from State Farm.
See?
Oh, wow.
See?
You have competition, EPR.
All right. Hey, you know what? The fact that I picked that first overall bodes well. I like it. All right, I got
State Farm. If you're hearing this, We are open to a brand.
We are. We've already got Amazon lined up, and what was the other one?
I don't know, but I'd take them.
There was a few. DraftKings, yeah. Sponsor us, please. All right. For the second start of the second round here, something else he really hates is honey mustard on his sandwich when he asks for regular mustard. Fucking disturbing.
Oh, yep.
Good luck being that employee. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? Knowing him, I bet he turns around and gives that place a 1-star Yelp review.
Oh,
It seems like something he would do.
You know what he does? You know what he does? He doesn't just give him a 1-star Yelp review. He sends in Jackson Mahomes to sexually assault all of their workers. That's what he does.
Yeah.
Don't piss him off.
Hey, don't take my other picks, okay? Hey, don't skip turns here. Come on.
Wow.
I actually thought about that. That's oh man. All right. Nonsense over. I think it's back to Big Mo, right?
Yeah, I think it's back to me. So I do have a couple State Farm ones on the board, but you didn't quite touch those. I think I'm going to leave those for a later round, and I'm going to take the obvious one here in the second round. What pisses Patrick Mahomes off more than offsides is when Roger Goodell doesn't send him his normal good night, sleep tight, cutie text that he gets every single night.
Wow. That's very true. Very true.
These are getting oddly more specific as we go down the list.
Pull the phone records. I promise you, there's one every day. And the days that it's not, he's throwing a giant bitch fit. That's what happens.
He's like, hey, I missed you today. Funny. I missed you. Were you watching my game? Did you watch me out there?
Hey, Roger. Hey, what are you wearing?
Khakis. Oh shit, wrong number. Sorry. I just hit speed dial. It was the last number that called. Oh man, that's all.
All right, Amesy, take it away for the second round.
Okay, for the second round pick, I got a couple options here.
Oh, we got
and I am going with going into the Apple Store and telling the genius that your computer is broken when you really just suck at technology. So, he's going to be going in there. He's going to be screaming at the guy like Patrick Mahomes does, but really he just doesn't know how to operate a computer. So, he's going to be blaming it on the technology. It was really himself.
I could actually see him at McDonald's and being like, fix my Mac. Yeah. And they're like, dude, wrong place. Like, what the fuck?
This is absolutely ridiculous. You guys don't have anything in your user manual that says I can't download 400 hours of porn.
I mean game tape.
Yeah, game tape of that's what I meant. That's what I meant. Totally. I need to recover all of the game tape.
That's true. I've heard he's done this at 3 separate Apple stores near me, so I'm sure he's been all around the Midwest.
That's why they pulled out of Missouri. There's no more Apple in Missouri.
So I'm going, let's see, I'm between 2 for my third round pick. I'm going to go with the one I think that is most likely to be taken, which is going to be screaming down the highway going 95, and then a quarter mile before his exit, getting pissed off when the line stands tall and no one will let him in. So, classic Patrick Mahomes move. You stand tall with your brothers, you don't let the car in, and then, he gets absolutely pissed, either tries to break someone's headlight or, has to head down to the next exit in shame, and definitely calls into a radio station complaining.
I like the theme you've got going here, Amesy. Yours are all about him just being a horrible, complaining person. Big Mo's are about how shitty he is with his entire team and his personal life. And mine are just like, no, he just kind of doesn't like that.
Yes, this is, definitely a theme.
I like it. I like it. He wants in on that traffic. He's that guy that you're like, no, I'm not fucking letting this guy in. No.
Yeah, and then he just fucking sideswipes you and drives off.
Mm-hmm. He hit and run, 100%. And he'd probably complain when he hit them and be like, "Give me your insurance." I'm like, "What?" "But you hit me." He's like, "I'm sponsored by State Farm. Trust me, you're gonna give me your insurance. I'm protected. You're not." All right, strong pick there, Amesy.
All right.
Thank you.
It's back to me,
It's
right?
back to you. Yep.
All right. For my third round pick, what pisses Patrick Mahomes off far, far more than when his players line up offsides and the refs actually call it is when the medical team tells him he's concussed instead of his preferred term, bonky boo boo head.
You're sticking with the theme.
That was on my board.
Oh, good old bonky boo boo heads. Those are annoying. Damn.
I know in those State Farm commercials, he sometimes put, other names on the back of his jersey. That's something that maybe you should put on the back of his jersey. He can wear that out.
No, he doesn't want the other team to know that he's hurt,
Yeah, don't advertise it. That's why he masks it with the code name. They don't know what a bonky boo boo head is, but he does, and his trainers do.
I will say, because this was almost on my board, so I thought I'd share it because it's similar. I was thinking of him complaining that he can't just wear the red, practice quarterback jersey out into the actual game.
The no contact one?
Yeah, the no contact.
He's probably been texting Roger Goodell every night asking if he can do that.
Yeah, exactly. When Rod tells, has his story for him at night, he complains about that after the story's done.
He might actually think he is during games since they do wear red. That's why he runs out of bounds and fakes like he's about to go out and then goes out and gets hit and then he's like, "What the fuck? Why'd you hit me?" Like, because you weren't going out of bounds, dude. What the fuck? What are we supposed to do? I love that. Bonky Boo Boo Head for the third round.
It's the classic, why did you hit me in a football game?
Well, I'll round out the third round here. Really, I'm shocked that more people haven't taken notice to this. It's a well-known fact. You can look it up on Wikipedia, but something he hates more than offsides calls is growing a full mustache.
That's true, because he can't, because he's a bitch.
He can't stand it. It doesn't respect anybody who does.
Yep.
He's just jealous of Kelsey when he does it out there, so that's why. It's he keeps him close because he's the only friend with a mustache.
A good picture of this guy.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we're putting together a good character profile.
Yeah, he just throws out a soft lob to Travis Kelce so that he gets his head taken off. He's like, "Yeah, that's right, you fucking mustache wearer."
Fuck you and Taylor
Completely
Swift.
Agree.
All right, and
that's a good pick.
Thank you. I felt like it needed to be more well known to the world in case people aren't paying attention close enough. And lastly, the thing he hates more than offsides, more than really anything else, this one you actually have to do some deep dive research. I just really wanted to bring this one to light, but he hates hairless cats. They creep him out.
Wow. We're going real here.
He really hates them. Yep. He's a dog
Unless
guy
they're covered
through and through.
lube.
I mean,
ooh, I don't like that. That image is gross.
I know
Don't you dare bring that hairless cat in here unless it's all lubed up and ready to go.
I know this is a bad place to be, but I think I kind of hate them too. I mean, they're kind of creepy as hell.
Have you tried them lubed?
I don't think he has.
That's very fair.
It changes everything.
Okay, I'll give it a chance.
It's the next TikTok trend Jackson is going to try out. All right, I'm excited to hear what you guys have for the fourth round.
All right. So coming back to me, I'm between two picks here. I've been looking at my draft board. I've been scrolling up and down. You guys you guys have kind of, taken a couple ideas here, but they're similar. You want to align one or you want a State Farm one?
No, I want a line one.
The line
yes.
I feel like I kind of took the State
Alright.
Farm one, truthfully.
Yeah, you have the State
All
Farm
right.
locked up. I have airport security locked up just in case that was on your board.
Well, mine is similar. Mine is similar to that. It's it relates with waiting in line, and something that pisses Patrick Mahomes off more than offsides is when he cuts in line a bunch of children and then still has to wait in line behind other people.
Oh man, like a field trip.
Yep.
Yeah, it just cuts right through the middle, but he's not quite at the front. He just fucking loses it. What the? You know who the fuck I am? I'm fucking Patrick Mahomes. What a fucking joke this is. And then he gets on the ride, and he's just like, ooh, boo boo head.
He starts tossing
He's
the kids
probably,
with a tight spiral.
He's probably standing with the kids because just like them, he can't grow a mustache.
Yeah, that's actually why he likes them a little bit.
His real issue is when there's not women in front of him in line, because normally he can just send Jackson Mahomes through and it clears right out.
Like, wow, we're first again. Look at that. You're at a hair salon.
That's funny.
As Jackson Mahomes is twerking on the roller coaster.
Solid.
All right.
Solid.
That's my board's really cleared out here. I got one pick left, so I'm going to go with it.
All right.
Going to the cross country runners of the group. I'm going with him carbo loading an entire serving of chicken Alfredo right before a race, and then blaming the course for his bad times. A classic one of those guys where he finishes and he's like, I was fine, but that course sucked. That's why I did bad.
A full Patrick Mahomes is a slow Patrick Mahomes.
Exactly. That'll be rounding out my draft right there.
He talks about that on his midnight calls for sure.
Definitely with Raj for sure.
He's like, I actually really liked that pasta, but man, it really affected my time. But don't tell anybody that. It's their fault.
Yeah, but it was the hill. It was that last hill. It just wasn't properly manicured.
You know what's bullshit is that they didn't let me start the race 400 yards ahead of everyone else. Like, what the fuck?
And then I slightly hit into someone and I flopped and they didn't call it. It was crazy.
He actually starts every race 5 yards back because he's offsides.
Yes.
For the rest of his life, that's where he starts. Does the 40, starts back an extra 5. Just because of Tony.
They let him run the whole race though, and then they make him restart 5 yards back.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Oh man.
All right. Well, if that closed out the draft, I think we got to toss it to Tweety Bird here. Tweety, is there anything that
Oh yeah. I was gonna say add to it, and then we recap.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Tweety. Is there anything you think was left off on this draft?
The only one that I have to add is that Patrick Mahomes gets so upset because they have not renamed Kansas City Mahomestown.
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 Mahomeyville.
Yeah.
Those late night talks with Raj, he's trying to get Raj to call the mayor. Definitely.
He wants his own lingo for everything. He's like, sorry, I gotta leave. I gotta get my home. I'm like, all right, we've taken it too far.
Like, come on, Raj. You got more power than the mayor of Kansas City, right? Like, come on. You run a multi-billion-dollar industry. Come on, let's go, Raj.
Come on, Raj. You're my homie.
That's good. That's a good addition.
Oh, I love it.
Let's go in order and
right,
list off yours real quick, and then we'll leave it to Tweety Bird to vote.
Okay.
All right, Amesy,
my
start it off.
picks. I have shouting at the airport security when military service members are allowed to board before a group one. Screaming down the highway going 95 a quarter mile before his exit, and then getting pissed off when the line holds strong. Going into an Apple store and telling Genius that your computer is broken when really you just suck at technology.
and carbo loading an entire serving of chicken Alfredo before a race, and then blaming the course when he has a bad time.
All right. And then my picks this week were what pisses Patrick Mahomes off more than anything or more than offsides is when the refs don't pass block for him, when Roger Goodell doesn't send him his normal goodnight text, which is sleep tight, cutie, when the medical team tells him he is concussed instead of his preferred terminology of bonky boo-boo head, and when he cuts a group of children in line at a Disney ride and then still has to wait behind other people.
All right. And the things that piss off Mahomes for me more than offsides is not bundling your home and auto with State Farm, honey mustard instead of regular mustard, growing a full mustache, and hairless cats because they creep him out.
All right, Tweety, what do you think? Who's the winner this week?
I gotta go with EPR. You know, he came out with the bang with the State Farm, and
Yeah,
and
paid off.
nothing else can beat that one.
Unacceptable.
I
Tweety
told you.
Bird, I heard it. I heard it's hunting season.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey,
That's the wrong Looney Tunes.
yeah.
It's not hunting season.
True.
Yeah, well, I don't care if I get a fine. I don't care if I get a fine from the game warden for shooting the wrong type of bird. Guess what?
He shoots the rabbit.
Yeah. She
You don't
thought
even know the reference.
she
Wrong
thought
type of animal. I don't care.
Hey, I was
man.
about to throw a fit for not getting first, and then I realized I'm not Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah. And Big Mo, the reason why is she thought she heard a putty tat, but it was actually a hairless cat. So
Okay.
that's the
The references have gone too far.
All right, I'm
Those
back on the winning board for the snake draft. It feels good. Win last week by a tiny margin of losing because of everybody. Snake draft, let's go. EPR on the rise.
Nice job. You did lose the least.
Thank you. It sometimes is an empty, hollow victory, but I'll take them nonetheless. What do we got now?
Are we, we're on to our picks, are we not?
Yeah, is it?
Yeah,
I was gonna say it's picks time for Big Dick. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Hey,
Right.
wait, Richard.
You know
I
he
got
hates
bad
that.
news. Unfortunately, I have to go get dinner with my wife, so I'm gonna have to skip you in line here, Pat.
Boo.
You gotta leave?
I do have to leave.
Well,
I do
fuck
have to
you,
go
Amesy.
get dinner. I'm sorry, man. Actually, no, I'm not sorry.
Wow. Well, we can read off your picks for you, I guess.
Oh well, I was just gonna jump Richard in.
Oh, you want to go first? I see. Yeah. Go ahead and do that.
Yeah,
this guy
okay.
clearly does not prioritize this podcast. Come on.
I know.
He skipped the line, but I guess there wasn't anybody else in front of him.
Exactly.
Big-
It's because I did it better than Patrick Mahomes did. He skipped and only got halfway. I pulled the old rope and got all the way in front.
Big Dick, is that okay with you?
Fine. Now fuck you.
I guess that's his way of saying go for
All
it.
right. Honestly, nicer than I would have expected. This week for okay, that's more like it. All right, this week, I'm going with a theme, and it's gonna be the comeback kid here for Amesy's picks, because these are all teams that have done me wrong in the past, and I believe that this time they're gonna come back and they're gonna be good. So, my first pick, I'm going with the Detroit Lions -4 over the Denver Broncos. I know this is unpopular.
Ooh.
I even paused for the booze, just like Roger Goodell at the draft. But I really think I think the Lions are actually good, and talent for talent wise, I think they stack up better than the Broncos. They just haven't really performed the last couple of weeks, but I think that they just put up too many points this week, and it's only -4 with the spread, so I'm going to take the spread at -110.
So this is the Detroit Lions that got blown out by Chicago. Was that right? Who
Yep,
lost to the
those are the ones.
Broncos? Was that correct?
Yep.
I'm not
Yeah,
I'm not the
buddy.
NFL analyst here, but back me up here if I'm wrong.
I
Buddy's
mean,
been sitting outside in the fucking freezing rain for too long. What the hell is
that's
that?
true. Maybe my
No
brain is
chance
addled.
Lions are gonna win.
Maybe my brain is addled, but I will say the Titans beat the Dolphins on Monday Night Football, so
Yeah.
anything's possible.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So anything could happen. Speaking of the Dolphins, I think they're going to bounce back big against the Jets. The Jets scored freaking 30 points last
Yeah,
week.
how is your
Like, can we
prediction?
believe-
Well, they don't score more than 7 points ever.
I took some straight to the face there. I took some good strong left hooks, right hooks last week. But I
did.
believe, this is the comeback kid. It's the comeback kid for a reason.
Yeah,
And the Dolphins are going to come back against the Jets. -8.5, no alternate spread. That's how you know that these might hit. Alternate spread.
-8.5.
So that's the normal spread, though. When I throw an alternate spread, that's when you know my picks are not going to hit. So
He's like, guys, I'm being reasonable. 9.5 was always too much, but 8.5, super doable. That's
The
just right.
sports book is
Exactly.
full of idiots. Like, what are they doing? Like, I should be here.
It's a classic Goldilocks and the Three Bears situation. -8.5, that feels just right. That's all I gotta say.
All right. All right.
And going back to more teams that cost me money last week, I have the Packers money line against the Bucks. Packers pretty much they fumbled twice. Their offense looked clunky and all of that, and they still almost won, if not for a Tommy DeVito game-winning drive at the end of the game. So I think but I'm just picking money line. I'm not going spread. But I'm parlaying that with the Texans money line against the Titans at +120. Stroud looks like he is going to play, and I think that this line's going to move once he's officially said that he's going to play. So I thought I'd pick it up at +120. So that parlayed together. Shout out EPR for a +242.
All right. All three of those are one parlay.
No,
Oh.
the other two are straight.
Oh, I see.
And then my third bet is +242.
Okay.
So
I just
have
wanted to
Dolphins
clarify.
+8.5. No, I'm not doing some crazy EPR.
I was like,
shit here.
that's more
I
insane
also-
than mine. I'll be honest.
I also took into account that EPR won his 2-pick parlay last week. So I'm like, you know what? Maybe it's time. Maybe it's time for me to throw one into the mix.
Yeah.
So those are my 3 picks.
All right.
I'm sure
I
we
love
all
that you
agree.
picked four losers from last week.
Yeah.
Hey, this is why I gave him the name. The
Wait.
comeback kids. You gotta go with the name, folks.
Big Mo, he didn't pick himself.
I don't think you
Wow,
have any
you are,
room to say anything.
Yeah, I can say whatever
I was
I
about
want
to
right
say.
now.
I know I really enjoyed myself last week, and look how that turned out for me. So I'm trying to stay humble this week. Stay humble, hustle hard, come back.
Let's get a
We're coming
summary.
back.
Let's get a summary for Amesy. Let's see. He's picking something close to
Summary
9.5 of a spread. His own Packers got destroyed by the lowly Giants. And his projection of the Jets was so far off, it looked like they intentionally did the opposite of what he said. So I have a lot of confidence in you this week.
I don't
The
like this
narrative
overview.
must shift.
I was ready for a great overview. I don't like this overview. All right.
No, I like
but
it.
Those are my picks. I'm sure they're going to beat all you guys. Fuck everyone. And good luck this week.
Good riddance.
All right.
Thanks, Big Dick. All right. All right. Bye, guys. And I will be putting a full $1.50 on the ashtray parlay, so it better freaking pay out.
Ooh. All
Yeah.
right. All right.
That's right.
Well, take
Tell
care,
your
buddy.
wife we say hi
I will. Will
and
do.
eat an extra
Bye, Tweety
cookie
Bird.
for us.
Okay. Sounds great. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye. All right. Well, now I guess we can go back to Big Dick, if that makes sense. Are we good with that?
Yeah, I'm just shocked that Amesy just backed out mid-pod. I'm just completely floored. I think I was gonna have a really good butt of the week. I might have to update it, but we'll get there when that comes.
I can't believe you left early. What a loser.
Yeah, we actually agree this time, Big Dick. That's accurate assessment. But we'll
I
give
almost
him
like Big Dick more than Amesy right now.
Go fuck yourself.
Not that much. Not that much more. We'll definitely have to give him some shit, and when he listens to the rest of this back, I think we should leave him some little surprises. I think.
Yeah, like the fact that we're gonna reveal his identity next week.
Dun, 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 dun.
No, is he kidding me? He sold millions of copies on the last console. His identity's well known. Freaking Wii Sports. Everyone knows what he looks like.
I thought you were gonna say his porn career.
No. Oh,
Yeah, I
man.
forgot about his lengthy career in Wii Sports.
Yes.
You know that one guy that you all start with, you know, like the bald guy?
Yeah.
That's actually what Amesy looks like.
Yeah.
It was modeled after him. That's his Wii Sports guy.
Yeah, they had all the little the bubbles, you know, like
Mhm.
that they do for like EA Sports. They put that all over Amesy. They did a full mock-up, and the Wii character is what came out of it.
When Amesy was born, God clicked the reset button, the default reset, and there he was. He's like, all right, we gotta restart. I'm getting too creative here.
Man, I'm liking this, having one of the hosts not here and we just shit on him.
Oh man. Well, let's get into Big Dick's picks here. That's why we're here after all. He thinks he's the best, the greatest. So what you got?
And then maybe he can just not show up next week so we can just shit on him too.
Yeah, that's very true.
A new segment of the podcast.
He might not show up just because he has technological issues, if you know what I mean. If you know what I mean.
Issues.
Yeah,
No.
I do know.
He doesn't agree. All right, what do you got, Big Dick, for your first pick?
All right. For my first pick, you better roll up your sleeves. I've got the Patriots versus the Chiefs in the ultimate coaching matchup of high-octane brilliance versus the greatest mind football has ever seen. I can't believe Big Mo had the nerve to disrespect me last week and say I've abandoned Bill Belichick. So here I am to set the record straight. The only one abandoning Bill is the Patriots administration in what could be the dumbest move in NFL history. After the Mahomes meltdown last week, he made no friends with the refs, unlike Bill has over his career. I think Bill is going to dismantle every aspect of the Chiefs' offense just to prove a point before he leaves. Call it a big fuck you to the system. Pats take this win for plus 340 odds and shock the world. Bill Belichick, mic drop.
Well, damn.
I actually love that pick because that would mean that the Broncos could move into first.
Yeah, I was gonna say, as a Broncos fan, that would be the greatest news ever. So you're gonna have Big Mo's full support there, Big Dick. On top of the fact that that's not likely to hit, I don't think. But he does bring up one point. If refs have a memory, which I don't think they're going to be the same refs, truthfully. I don't know. Mahomes didn't do himself any favors looking like a sore loser, just being a big baby. And Belichick genuinely has nothing to lose now. He could just pull out the most ridiculous plays just because he doesn't fucking care. So
yeah, and honestly, the refs talk, man. Like they're gonna be talking to each other, and they're gonna be like, "We're gonna call this game by the book." The Chiefs get away with so much garbage every single week. I cannot wait to watch a game refed fairly against them.
And there's only one other team in league history that has gotten away with as many calls, and that's the Patriots. So, yeah, roll up your sleeves indeed. The most level-headed coach, the guy who doesn't show any emotion, Bill Belichick, might take it to Andy Reid.
The refs are back with their ex. Let's go.
Yeah. Like, we missed you, Bill. This one's for you, buddy. Offsides. Fuck.
They start the game at center field with Bill Belichick surrounded by the refs and a giant hug.
They're gonna review every play that's like not even questionable. They're like, all right, official review, just so the Pats can rest on defense. Like, I don't know if that was a first down. You're like, he went 15 yards. We gotta check.
Everything is under review.
The game lasts 6 hours. Belichick's just got the most shit-eating grin on his face.
He's got an even less sleeve sweatshirt on too.
Just a complete cutoff with
cut off sweatpants too.
Every quarter he comes out and his sleeves of every item of clothing is shorter. Progresses through the game.
Cargo pants that you zip off when you were younger. You remember those?
The zip offs. That's his challenge flag for the. He just zips those off. He's like, "Fuck this." They're intentionally yellow, or is it red? What color is the challenge flag?
Red, yeah.
Red, yeah. It's his
Somehow
underwear.
Somehow factors into like his play calling. Oh fuck! One pant leg is off. That means we're going slants, boys.
Oh man, jet sweep. All right. Well, I like the pick. What do you got for the second one?
All right, for my second pick, I've got another UFC bet coming your way.
Boy.
I can't believe there's so much controversy over this man, but I personally think he's brave. I've got Colby Covington beating the snot out of Leon Edwards in this matchup. Leon is going to be too caught up in the media beating Covington that he'll forget he needs to do it himself. I'm a man of conviction, and for that reason, I have a strongly convicted Colby to win for plus 140 odds.
You are a man of conviction, Big Dick. Interesting. What do you think of that? I'm not the UFC expert here.
I mean, calling him brave is fair. You know, he going up on stage and telling LeBron James that he's the biggest bitch ever. When LeBron James is legitimately fucking 2 feet taller than this man, like,
yeah,
dude, like, I don't care if you're a UFC fighter, man. LeBron James is triple your size, like.
Yeah,
hey,
what weight class does he play in? Welterweight or?
I mean, yeah, I think he's like 170 pounds.
Okay.
So yeah, Leon Edwards and Colby Covington, though, that should be a good fight. I'm actually pretty pumped to watch that one. That's UFC 296, and I think it's this Saturday, right? Yeah, 8 p.m.
That's a title game, right? If Colby wins, he wins a title.
Yeah. Main event. There's also a co-main event too, which is Pantoja versus Royval, and that's also a pretty solid fight. So pretty pumped.
Are you going to be watching both?
I mean, if you pay for the card, you get all of them.
Oh,
so.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, then you can let us know how it goes, because we know for a fact Big Dick's not watching that.
Yeah, he doesn't have money for pay-per-view.
He literally just sees the news reports, and he's just like, oh, something controversial? I'm picking that.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much been his narrative all year, and it's worked out. So see if it keeps going.
Okay, it very well could. All right. Well, Big Dick, what do you got for your third?
For my last pick, I have a riveting NHL bet with the St. Louis Blues beating the Ottawa Senators in what could be the teams with the most underperforming players currently active. I'm picking the Blues because personally, I just feel bad for someone who just lost their job like Bill did. The only positive thing out of both those situations is that it gave me a chance to apply for both jobs, and I'm now waiting to hear back from both of those. They'd be fools not to hire me, but if their administration is as bad as they seem, I'll probably go become an esports coach. The odds on St. Louis are an even 100.
He's gonna. What the fuck? The only part I agree with is the fact that both those teams have struggling players, but Big Dick, I don't know about the odds on you getting either of those jobs, even if the administration was thinking clearly. So I think you've got a great future in esports, though. I think that's probably the most likely case.
Hell yeah.
I mean, that is probably his top skill is video games. So I'll give that to you, Big Dick.
He plays nothing but Wii. That's how he met Amesy. He's like, wait, I've seen this guy before.
Don't I know you?
Yeah. I see you in my dreams. I've logged thousands of hours with you.
Oh man, I like Big Dick's picks this week. I think there's a lot of value in all of them, and I mean the Pats one's pretty unlikely, but I would absolutely love to see that one. So
That's
yeah,
my favorite one out of the group.
yeah, I mean, yeah, I could totally see him going 3 for 3. Amesy, on the other hand, I don't know about that one.
Yeah, well, we'll see. He got very very cocky going 3 for 3 2 weeks in a row, and got a little bit humbled again last week. So Icarus may have flown too closely to the sun. So we'll see how he ends up.
Yep.
What do you losers got?
Well, Big Mo, do you want? Actually, you go first because I have the parlays.
Yeah, I do not do parlays on this show other than the famous ashtray parlays.
Our
But-
favorite.
Yeah, I am going with one long shot, almost as big of a long shot as Jump Shot's 10-leg parlay that hit.
What?
It's just one leg. It's just one leg.
Oh,
I'm going with the Giants and my boy DeVito to take it to him and win this week against the Saints with odds of plus 210.
wow. Plus 210.
Yep. I mean, they have a swagger to them. I like picking the hot team. You know, Amesy's going the opposite. He's picking teams that are, coming off of losses. I like picking teams that are coming off of wins. They're carrying that swagger into next week. And the Saints are almost on the opposite spectrum. I'm surprised that Amesy didn't pick them.
Yeah. The Giants going into the season, correct me if I'm wrong, but weren't they considered a good team to like a contender team?
I mean, they made the playoffs last year, so
Yeah.
you're gonna get respect going into the season no matter what if you make the playoffs.
They made the playoffs. Is Saquon healthy for this next game?
Yeah, I mean, he did
All
nothing
right.
last game until 4 minutes left in I think it was the third. He started getting
That
a
happens.
couple big rushes,
That happens.
and yeah, maybe that's the key, and he breaks out.
Big Dick may have been onto something with DeVito. I think he does bring a bit of swagger to it's that living from home swagger. he carries into every game. He always has a well rested night and a good meal to wake up to in the morning from his mom. So
No, it's
like
not swagger. It's just a limp.
he's like, I've got good nutrition. I'm like, yeah? Did you have a personal chef? He's like, you could say that. Hey, Mom, Hot Pockets now.
The meatloaf.
Meatloaf. I like it. What's your second one?
All right, for my second one, it's a little bit less of a long shot. I think that this team is much higher of a caliber than their opponent. I'm going to the Radiance Technologies Independence Bowl, and I'm taking Texas Tech to win against California and the Golden Bears.
The Golden Bears. And wait, what's the bowl called?
It's the Radiance Technologies Independence Bowl.
That is
What
way
is
too
that?
long.
Hey, I wanted a college football pick this week, and none of the good bowl games are on. So
That's why I
picked
didn't.
the two best teams, in the early ones.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. I think Tech should pull that out, truthfully. They've been a team that has mightily struggled this season against superior opponents, but they do pretty good against opponents that they really should beat. And I think Cal is one of those teams that they should beat. So
I would agree with that
I,
too.
I
Yeah.
I would take that bet as well. What were the odds on that one?
The odds on that one were minus 150.
Okay,
So the odds
they are
makers
favored.
are siding with us as well.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's reasonable, truthfully. Lock it in. I'll back that one up. Whether that hurts you. not to damage your bet.
That's all right. I'm already pretty damaged on my third and final bet that is taking place right now. I think it's part of one of yours too. I'm taking the Toronto Maple Leafs minus 1.5 at minus 115 odds against the Columbus Blue Jackets. The Maple Leafs have been hot as of late. It looked like they had finally got the scoring going, and the Blue Jackets have just not been good defensively. Looks like they don't care about coming back into the D zone, and I thought the Maple Leafs were just going to get too many chances. But it's the second period. They're currently losing 2-0.
Yeah.
So,
Ooh.
yeah, we'll see. I mean, crazier things have happened. If they do tie it up, it'd be really nice if they could do it this period, but that one's kind of looking like an L.
Yeah, that bothers me too. But I just hate betting on the Leafs because they should beat everybody, and then they just lose to the worst teams possible. So there's still plenty of time to come back.
Coyotes, but opposite.
Yeah,
If you bet on the Coyotes, they're like supposed to lose, but then they end up beating good teams.
Yeah. I think I mean I have to have faith that one can come back just because I picked them as well. But I don't know. Personally, the Leafs have the ability to score fast. There's still 13 minutes left in the second. Still plenty of time. So crazier things have happened.
Crazier things have happened. It's 2 shots. 2 shots. That's all you got to think.
Yep. We got to get Mojo Pappy in there. Come on. He had 11 shots on goal last time. Mojo Pappy, where are you?
Patrick Mahomes hates him though.
Patrick Mahomes.
Because of his mustache.
He's like, you trying to copy me? He's like, dude, I did it first. What the fuck? All right. I like it. For both our sakes, I hope yours hits. Because
Same.
I've got a massive parlay that backs that one up. So without further ado, I'll start with that one because it ties right in. So my parlay, my desperation parlays, as they've been now coined, and it's a fact. The post out there, all the quotes are real things that have been said. My mom does in fact hate me now, and she rode off on her Harley because of how poorly I've been doing. So this one's for you, Mom. I'm going to turn it around. Starting with the Maple Leafs, paired with the Canucks beating the Panthers, the Wild beating the Flames, and Tampa beating the Oilers. And as it sits right now, we know the Leafs are losing, but the Wild are up against the Flames. So I've got one leg looking good, and it's still early in the game, and one leg not looking good. So those odds are... Oh, what?
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I'm saying those odds are plus 929. So if that one actually hits, that would be a massive start to the week.
Your Maple Leafs bet is more conservative than mine, which is interesting.
Yeah, I actually saw that spread, and I was like, ooh, that looks pretty reasonable. Oh, no, Blue Jackets just scored again. Oof. Now it's not looking good. All right, well, not off to a hot start, but yeah. I saw the spread on that, and then I just went, you know what? It's the Leafs. I almost left them out of the bet because they make me nervous every time. So
Fuck the Leafs.
Fuck the Leafs. I know. It's them, and I can't believe that I pulled off the win with it, but same with the Red Wings. They have burned me so many times in the past, and I did it again. So
Dude, hockey's been hard to bet on this year, man. It's I feel like you can get, if you're doing a 10-leg parlay, you can get 5 of them right,
Mhm.
but it's always, just 5 random games that
Yep.
go either way.
Yep. Now, on to my second parlay, which you'll be proud of this. I have the Hurricanes beating the Red Wings. Hurricanes are up 1-0 right now. I have over 5.5 goals in the Washington Flyers game. Caps Flyers, not Washington Flyers, but you know what I mean. Washington versus Philly. And it's currently at 2, and it's midway through the second. So that one's getting there. It's little under pace, but
Decent.
yep. And that one actually is a little scary because 5.5 points. The Flyers have not been a high scoring team. They've actually, most of their games have been consistently falling within the 4 to 5 point range. I just kind of felt like one of these teams, because they really hate each other, they're definitely rivals. I thought maybe they'd start firing at each other and someone has a high octane game. So, and then the last leg, I've got the Kraken beating the Blackhawks. That's genuinely a coin flip. The Kraken are favored by a lot because it's the Blackhawks. But honestly, the Kraken have been but the Kraken have been so bad. I'm so sorry, Tweety Bird.
I had to check. I had to check those odds when I was making that post, and I was like, "Wait, I fucked this up." And then I was like, "No, it actually is minus 238 for the Kraken."
I know.
I threw some money on Chicago.
I couldn't believe it. I picked it just because I just think that the Blackhawks are a bit on a downward trend. Sorry again, Tweety Bird. I know you like the Hawks, but the only bright spot they have right now is Bedard, and even he can't save them currently. So no one.
Did you see that goal against Edmonton?
Literally the sickest goal I've seen all season. Yeah, that was crazy.
Oh man.
That was
if you haven't seen that, look up Connor Bedard goal versus Edmonton. It's mind-boggling. It's why I put a futures bet in for him to, basically win Rookie of the Year. It's over on his points, which if he does that, he will win the Calder Trophy.
Yeah, I had to rewatch it and slow down the video because I'm trying to still figure out how did he get that much force in that split second of pulling the puck back and shooting it like that. It just didn't make sense.
I know. It's crazy.
I was like, all right, well, there's a reason why they say he has one of the best shots in the league, and he's only 18. So, but the odds on that parlay altogether is plus 336. So, if that one hits, we're profitable for the week. Just putting that out there. And finally, my last parlay, 5-legger, my bread and butter, as you might say, for Amesy. Fuck you, Amesy. Is NFL bet. I have the Dolphins, the Rams, the Cowboys, the Eagles, and the 49ers all to win for plus 461. So
I like that one actually. Cowboys is kind of scary, but other than that, they're all pretty likely.
I agree. The Cowboys is scary, but here's the thing. The Cowboys aren't favored. They were plus 105, and I was like, I like the value that they're throwing into it.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I threw them in the parlay because the 49ers against the Cardinals was pretty much a gimme. It didn't really change a whole lot. I just figured, you know what? This better be a win, so let me just boost some of these odds a tiny bit more. So I guess I'm backing Amesy a tiny bit. I do think the Dolphins are going to win. God, they better. Like they should. They're playing the Jets. And I think they had a fluke week last week, and they're going to turn that around. The Rams should beat the Commanders. And I sure hope that the Eagles can beat the Seahawks without Geno Smith. So I think they're all winnable games. And I'm not the NFL expert. They kind of look reasonable this time. So total odds on that is the plus 461. Pretty decent.
I like that bet. I think that's probably your most likely parlay, other than maybe if they can get the over in the Caps Flyers.
Yeah. A big F. And Blue Jackets are at 4-0 now. So that game is so toast. Holy crap.
Man, I'm so sorry to all my listeners out there that have been following the hockey bets have been thrown out there. Like, the pod is just cursed for hockey.
It's just wild because personally, our side bets between Big Mo and I are fantastic for the hockey bets. And then anyone that we give on the pod is just like garbage, garbage, garbage.
Hey, that's all right. I was gonna do the Boston Bruins yesterday and against the Devils, and I was like, oh damn, that's a day before we're recording, so I can't do that. And that one lost too. So yeah, I'm on a bit of a cold streak with the hockey, but the football is heating up.
You want to know an annoying thing? Yesterday, I put together a parlay, and it had plus 1,090 odds. It lost only because the Bruins lost to the Devils.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah. I was like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. The Bruins couldn't seal the deal on the Devils? Damn it. So, oh well. But it came damn near close. It was the only leg to lose.
Oh man.
Is what it is.
Yeah, it's been tough this year, man. Like San Jose now all of a sudden is hot. Like
Makes no sense. No sense at all.
Ottawa's fallen off the face of the earth. The Avs are not really playing very well either.
Yeah. They looked pretty good last game. So let's see if they can keep that momentum. They just play better when Nichushkin's out there. So
yeah,
as long as
helps.
he's playing, I think, and he's playing, I don't want to say cocky, but boy, does he have a bit of a cocky attitude when he's scoring now. He's just like, yep, I'm that guy.
100%. Yeah, I love seeing him with some swagger, the big Russian.
Yeah, power forward. It's not a lot of good ones left in the league.
Nope.
So, well, I think now we should turn it over to Tweety Bird and hear her picks. I'm curious to see if we can have the first 3 for 3 female guest.
Oh, it will be. So all of my
more confident than Nichushkin.
My bets are also all on the same game.
What?
Just one game. Just one game.
Okay.
Going all
Never
in.
been done before. This is wild.
Nope. So my bets are on the Blackhawks and Kraken game.
Oh no.
And I have Soderblue to have the over on total saves, and that's 27.5.
Okay.
For a odds of negative 140.
Okay. I like that actually.
My other one is Connor Bedard total points, and that was only at with the over at half a point.
Really?
So
they didn't put it at 2 or 1.5?
No.
Okay.
No.
Hmm.
Yep, and the odds on that are minus 160.
Okay, against a leaky Kraken team, that seems actually extremely doable for him.
That's what I was thinking.
And
That's what I was thinking.
He's about a point per game guy right now, so.
Yeah. Yeah, he only needs one. And then this is kind of piggybacking off of that other one. My final one is Connor Bedard shots on goal. And I picked the over, and it was set at 3.5, and those odds are plus 170.
Okay. That's probably the scariest one out of those 3.
He'll have
4 shots on
4
goal
goals.
is no joke.
4 shots, yeah.
Yeah, 4.
But
Because block shots
he's
don't
out there
count.
for the power play.
He is.
He's out there for the power play.
That's true. There's games where he isn't the only one out there though shooting sometimes. But yeah, no, they're all
He is
doable.
more in the shot first mentality right now, which is good.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I agree.
Don't
with
doubt
everything
me.
she's saying.
You, of course, you would say that, Big Dick, just because she's probably a female. So...
Thank you, Big Dick. Thanks for believing in me.
He's like, all right, I'll do anything, please. If he sends you a message asking for feet pics, please report him to the police.
Hey, it's just feet. I'll take as many for feet. I'll take as many for feet.
He's the only one making money right now, so
He's muted because he's just masturbating vigorously right now.
It is odd, actually. He's not saying a damn thing. Yeah, it's like he left with Amesy. So
No, I can see he's muted. He just
Oh.
muted himself when she said she's been on feet pics. Yeah.
Oh no, we're gonna leave him be on that. Hopefully he did more than mute and he deafened himself, so he can't hear us talking either. Oh my gosh.
All right, I'm back.
No. Oh fuck.
That was proper timing.
Hey, that was quick, buddy. Good for you, I guess. Oh man. All right. Yeah. Well, good picks overall. I think the most reasonable of the three are probably Tweety Birds and Big Mo's this week. I don't have massive faith in mine, other than maybe one of mine.
Just Tweety Birds.
And Amesy's just makes me laugh.
Yeah, I was cracking up when he sent those.
I only like one of Amesy's because it correlates to one of mine. That's the only reason I will back him on that. But outside of that, fuck your picks, Amesy. When you listen to this, fuck you. You can't defend yourself. We're gonna shit on you.
Yeah, relentlessly.
I love it. Oh man. Well, now that we've gotten those done, I think it's time for our fans' favorite segment. The Ashtray Parlay.
The Ashtray Parlay.
Woo!
Let's go.
And hey,
Alright, this
$1.50 is going on it. Amesy said it, so he's going higher than normal.
He's doing more than me on it, and that's probably all you should throw on this one because
Not
it
your
is
mortgage?
a long shot. It is no. If you put your mortgage on this and it hits, give me a little bit, but it's probably not going to hit. So don't come after me if you put your fucking mortgage on it. And I'll get to another point later about that. But now,
Nice of bad news.
the Ashtray Parlay. I've been feeling really, really bad about all of the different darts that I've been making all of you fiends out there miss out on because I've just been giving you losers of ashtray parlays. I've been sending you to all of the different wrong ashtrays throughout the city.
They're hard to find.
They are. But this one is even harder to find.
Is it in King Charles' personal chambers? Like, how hard
No.
are we talking?
This one is the Holy Grail. This is the one
It's in
that
the
is
Vatican?
hiding. No. It's
Oh.
just in the middle of the city. It's in the middle of the city.
Okay.
And it's where all the miscreants all gather. They're all coming together and they're smoking darts around this one ashtray. Every single one of them is just a mutant. But
Like Big Dick.
But yeah, Big Dick knows where this one is. I'm surprised that he hasn't,
Yeah.
picked up a full Marlboro out of it. But there's a lot of butts to dig through. There's a lot of butts to dig through when all of the mutants are coming to town.
So many butts.
So many butts.
So
They're-
many butts.
They're all just congregating and smoking darts, and there's a lot of chances for a full Marlboro to just find its way into this ashtray. And that's what we're looking for this week. We're going to start digging through those butts.
Mhm.
14 of them to be precise, which is quite a few butts.
Oh my gosh, that's a lot of butts.
So many butts.
Don't touch the butt.
So many butts. You gotta touch the
You
butts.
gotta
though.
touch the butts.
You gotta touch the butts if you want to find the Marlboro. And starting off, that first butt that you're gonna have to touch is the Cincinnati Bengals against the Vikings money line. Second butt.
I felt it.
Is gonna be the Indianapolis Colts against the Pittsburgh Steelers. The third butt. This one is a nice juicy butt, but it's not quite
Just
the one.
freshly smoked.
just juicy. It's the Denver Broncos against the Detroit Lions.
Oh my
Then
God.
we're going to a way less juicy butt. Way less juicy. It's the Chicago Bears against the Browns. And then we're just going completely against Amesy here, and we're feeling it on what even butt are we on? Oh man,
The
we've been
fifth
touching
butt?
so many butts. The fifth butt. Oh god, there's so many butts. But this one is over 37.5 in the Jets and the Dolphins. The sixth butt is just perfectly fitting. It's +6 for the New York Giants. Then we're going to the Chiefs and the Patriots, and we're taking the Patriots alternate spread +12 against the Chiefs.
Okay.
Then, oh my God, we're just drowning in butts. Is this the eighth butt that we've touched? Oh my God, there's so many butts in
It's
here.
like a nightclub right now.
But yeah, just a bunch of cigarette butts. So many in this nightclub. And it's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. +3.5. The smokiest dart butt nightclub in the whole one. Going down. I can't even breathe. There's so many butts.
There's a
It's the
cloud.
Houston Texans +3 against the Tennessee Titans. Oh my God, I don't know if I'm gonna get through all these butts. All right, the LA Falcons against the Carolina Panthers. The LA Rams -6.5 against the Washington Commanders. The San Francisco 49ers -12 against the Cardinals. The Cowboys winning against the Bills.
Yes.
And the final butt that you're just giving the full Kentucky stuffing to. The Baltimore Ravens to beat the Jacksonville Jaguars. $1 with +745,088 odds wins you $7,451.88. You can buy every single butt out there, but you just pulled out a full Marlboro Boys. Let's go.
Oh, let's go.
Yes, let's go. Let's go. Woo!
That is a lot of butts to sift through, but I can see it. I can see it. My fingers are covered in ash, but there it is. That perfect
just
Marlboro.
sifting through the ash.
That's gonna
touching the butts.
That's gonna make Amesy over 10 grand.
That's gonna make Amesy want to touch a bunch of butts.
He's that's gonna make Big Dick touch plenty of butts. He's already doing that.
All right. Our listeners are tired of hearing about butts.
Basically a salmon fest. Gotta touch with the butts.
I don't know. Let us know in the comments if you guys are tired of butts.
Are these deep sea butts or shallow watered butts?
These are Marlboro butts.
Stray.
These are the only butts that matter.
I don't think
we're
those are the
losing
only
it.
ones that mattered to Nemo.
She likes the ones that float on the ocean.
Yeah. Yep.
The buoyant butts.
The buoyant butts. Oh,
Float
yes.
to the top of the ashtray.
I'm gonna look like a gold or one of those prospectors out there sifting through the ashtray. Oh man, and I think this is
Speaking
the
of
part where
butts.
you have to give them a butt disclaimer if anyone's thinking of putting too much on this ashtray.
We can't even get away about speaking of butts because we're on to the butt of the week.
Oh, okay. I was gonna let them know about the 1-800 number they can call if they end up.
Oh, that's right.
If they
That's right.
they will be the butt of the week if you put your mortgage on that ashtray. Just $1.
Yeah.
Just $1, right?
Just
instead
$1.
Instead of getting that
That's-
candy
yeah.
bar in that candy machine, which you can't even do anymore because inflation, put it on the ashtray. Just do yourself a favor. Win with us.
Do yourself a favor.
Give us your energy.
Win with us.
Yeah.
Or call the gambling hotline
Mm-hmm.
if you think that you're going to do any more than $1 on that ashtray. That gambling hotline is 1-800-522-4700. If you have a problem, it's okay to reach out for help. don't put your mortgage on that ashtray. I cannot fucking emphasize that enough.
I'm gonna actually report Amesy to call that number because he put more than $1. He didn't even hear the ashtray yet, and he already said he was down for $1.50. So he's on the fence. He's on the fence. But yes, now we can get to butt of the week. The only other butt that matters.
Yep, exactly. And I think I am going to change my butt of the week. It was going to be the NHL's officiating and how fucking brutal it is with all of their boardings and what they're calling penalties and what they're not. But I'm changing it to Amesy because fuck you, Amesy. You're not prioritizing this podcast. You're just out there enjoying your fucking freezing rain and your fucking whatever you eat in Michigan when you're standing outside of a burning house.
Apples.
Just enjoying dinner with his wife. That
Yeah.
sounds terrible.
Yeah, just
Who
horrible.
does that? Who does that?
Who enjoys dinner with their wife?
Yeah, come on, Amesy.
Not only did he leave, he disrespected our first ever female guest.
He did.
Who does that? Who does that? Tweety Bird?
Tweety Bird, can you curse Amesy? Can you put a curse on Amesy for the rest of his picks? That he's going to lose all of them? Can you curse him?
Please.
No way.
It's been done. It's been
All right,
done.
well-
You heard it.
Yeah, I guess that was the curse. Yeah. So, Amesy, you are cursed to lose every bet forever.
Oh my gosh. I love that. I love that. What if he if he just goes on the worst losing streak ever? He's gonna have to write an apology letter to Tweety Bird.
He's gonna have to sacrifice a goat. That's the only way to break the curse.
in the burning
Yes,
house.
to sacrifice the goat.
Yeah,
The
the
goat,
goat. Tom Brady.
Oh my gosh.
You can only conquer this curse with of so much just horrible losing with so much powerful winning in Tom Brady.
Oh man. Everything.
He has to figure out how to kidnap Tom Brady and then somehow figure out how to sacrifice him. But you have to do it in the right way. And if you don't do it in the right way, you only got one chance.
Anything for Tom Brady. Oh man.
EPR, what do you got?
Well, mine was the really obvious one, been the theme of everything, but the real butt of the week is Patty Mahomes. I'm a fan of the guy, but I'm not a fan of poor sportsmanship. And the butt of the week isn't even complaining about the offsides. It's about not shaking Josh Allen's hand and telling him good game. That's the butt of the week reason. So don't disrespect
like that
somebody.
one.
Just be a good sport regardless. You're being paid millions of dollars to entertain people. Fuck right off with your prima donna bullshit.
We know you're listening, Patrick Mahomes.
He is one of the millions of listeners. Actually, we get like a little notification every single time he listens specifically. So this episode's dedicated to you, Patty.
Did Amesy tell you that he's gonna proxy his butt of the week through me?
No, he did
He
not.
told me what it is. Yeah.
Oh, I don't
Yeah.
know if I believe you.
He said for his butt of the week this week, he's choosing himself because he's not fucking committed to the podcast. He's out there in the fucking freezing rain in Michigan. So yeah, Amesy elects himself butt of the week.
Oh, I did hear a rumor that he gave you that proxy vote. So seems totally believable now that I've heard it. Great choice, Amesy. I think we can all agree on that one. Oh man. All right.
All right. Should we move on to futures?
Yeah, I don't have any new futures to add to the board for myself. So unless you got
I
one.
have one. I have one.
Ooh. All right. What is it?
It's in the world of the NFL. I think that if Tyreek Hill can be the first 2,000-yard receiver, he will win MVP. Putting it in the $50 category because it's a quarterback competition every single year.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm putting $50 at plus 1,300 odds to win $700.
I think that's actually pretty reasonable. That's he's been the best player consistently all year round. And it is a quarterback competition. But let's be honest, there hasn't been the most impressive quarterback play this year. Mahomes obviously has been a little shaky. Allen has definitely been shaky. The best QB out of the mix, I don't know, is it safe to say that it would be Lamar Jackson? He's been pretty solid.
Probably, but he's not even like in the debate for MVP right now. It's like
exactly.
Brock Purdy and Josh Allen is probably going to be there if he wins this week.
And I'm sorry, it's not Purdy that's the MVP. You've got so many weapons on that team. The more likely MVP, in my opinion, would be giving it to McCaffrey, if that's the case.
Yeah.
But who's been more of an MVP than McCaffrey? Tyreek Hill. Really?
Yeah. That's engrave it in stone. Put it on the futures board.
Damn. What were the odds on that?
Plus 1,300.
Holy shit. That's actually shocking. I think it'd be a lot lower than that. All right.
Yeah. No, they're not even considering him right now.
I'll go get the carving tools. For everyone listening, we know that the futures board is actually a very thick 1-inch steel, gigantic board. It's not even wood, so I have to carve into it, so it's permanent. We can't change it. So that'll be added here shortly.
Yeah, I have the most carvings on there, so hopefully all of them hit.
You do. It's starting to look like some cave-dwelling drawings going on. You know how hard it is to carve into metal with a fork? You guys didn't give me proper tools. Okay. Well, I think that's everything for futures. Amesy, did he give you any proxy votes on his future? Did he have no future?
Yeah. He said he's putting in a futures bet that he'll never win a bet ever again because now he's cursed.
All right. What are the odds on that?
Minus 5,000.
Okay, that isn't believable at all, but
it's very likely to happen because he's cursed.
Because he's cursed, of course.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. Don't fuck with magic. Don't fuck with the podcast, and then you don't have to fuck with magic.
And don't fuck with Tweety Bird, I guess, because she's the one that holds the power.
Yep.
Except they said I wasn't.
Tweety Bird, can you do the opposite and give me some kind of blessing for my parlays?
I told you. I ain't no witch.
There you go.
All right. Well, on that note, we ready to call it?
I think so. And a big thank you to Tweety Bird, our first ever female guest. And fuck you, Big Dick, and fuck you, Amesy.
Yep. Fuck you to both of you guys. And yeah, alrighty.
See ya!